Is that before us with an application for its impleadment as a party.
Yes, my lord.
Is it correct? Is this observation correct?
My lord,
it was an intervener's application. That application was just there, filed by PTI, just so as to assist the court.
My lord, I bowed
for in terms of Order 1, Rule 10 of CPC, there are two categories of parties: a necessary party or a proper party, and both these terms, they have different meanings.
Yes, my lord.
But this intervener's application, you'll have to satisfy us or them at the relevant time what this term intervener means.
My lord, this is what your lordship is.
And under the law, if a party is not to the list, can a relief be given to it?
That is the submission which I am making, my lord. And your lordship will recall just a short while ago I had read out the prayer, that the prayer was, and which has been reproduced by my lord the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Yahya Afridi, who was a member of the bench at that time, where he says that this is not an application for impleadment.
Yes, this is not an application. On the face of it, it's not an application.
And he says that this is an application.
I totally agree with him.
Yet the petitioner's name above may kindly be allowed to assist this honorable court, August court, as intervenors. They don't say that they should be impleaded as an appellant or as a respondent and that they are entitled to relief. They don't.
That means the term impleadment in para number 117, the third line of para, that is the record.
That is the submission that these are matters which are extraneous to the record, and that there was no such application on the record of this honorable court, and that is why the honorable Chief Justice, then Mr. Justice Yahya Afridi, the current Chief Justice, held the view that there is no such application, and that is what the minority judgment of my Lord Mr. Justice Aminuddin Ahmed and my Lord Justice Mr. Naeem Afghan says that this is a party which is not before us. My Lord,
basically the conduct of proceedings of the election authorities say that the returning officer or the presiding officer was under scrutiny before us.
Sir, that's correct.
The proceedings जो उन्होंने कार्रवाई की थी, हमने तो ये देखना था कि वो जो इनिशियल प्रोसीडिंग्स है कि उन्होंने लिस्ट बनानी है कितने लोग किस पार्टी से हैं, उस कैलकुलेशन पर वो प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर का तो कोई इख्तियार ही नहीं है कि किसी को चेंज कर दे. जो कुछ उसने अपने नॉमिनेशन पेपर में लिखा उसके मुताबिक, टॉकिंग फॉर माई सेल्फ, मैंने ये महसूस किया कि the presiding officer and the returning officer fails to perform their duty in accordance with the constitution and the law. So continuation of appeal को trial को समझते हुए
my lord
उसमें गए, irrespective of the fact that anybody was party or not, whether the election commission conducted its duty in accordance with law or not, this was whether the Supreme Court shut its eye or
my lord, my submission is, as your lordship notices in your lordship's own judgment, that these candidates could have come to the court, PTI could have come to the court, neither of them came to the court. Your lordship concludes, not my words, that they were negligent in this respect. Those were your lordship's words, and your lordship says that at best from the record what your lordship could find was a 41-39 division. So there your lordship parts ways with the majority and says that insofar as part of it is concerned, there is no record at all. Even the record as examined in this court by your lordship, even if it could be regarded as evidence, could take your lordship only this far and no further.
आगे भी हमने लिखा था, however हमने कहा था, जैसे they are representing the people, therefore the people cannot be disfranchised. इसलिए ये जिम्मेदारी उनकी थी. Suppose एक presiding officer या returning officer अपनी जिम्मेदारी अदा करते हुए वो किसी को डिसफ्रेंचाइज कर सकते इसलिए कि मेरे सामने कोई नहीं आया. क्या उसकी जिम्मेदारी ये नहीं थी कि जो रिकॉर्ड के मुताबिक और जो कानून कहते हैं चलें उसके मुताबिक फॉर्म 33 तैयार करें, जैसे भी हो उसके मुताबिक चल, कोई हो सामने कोई ना हो. तो हमने तो उससे नॉलेज.
My lord, I just go back to paragraph 18 of your lordship's judgment, where your lordships note that. My lord, then the majority proceeded on that basis, not your lordship, my lord Mrs. Mandukhail, but the majority proceeded on the basis that election disputes are not between candidates, and that is a finding on page 135, paragraphs 8 and 9, and the entire constituency is affected. That is the finding on page 135 and page 137, and therefore they said that the court could take notice and move on. And
this is a note of Justice Qazi Faiza, and my note is at page...
my lord, I was referring to page 135 and 137 of the majority judgment. Majority judgment, page 135, paragraphs 8 and 9, where the Lordship says that this dispute cannot be treated as similar to other civil disputes. And paragraph 9, that analogizing an election petition to a civil suit is rejected in paragraph 9, page 135. And the reliance, my lord, besides referring to Indian judgments, all the Indian judgments arose out of election appeals. Then there are two judgments referred to on page 137. They are the judgments from the Lahore High Court. They are division bench judgments. These judgments arose out of the orders of election tribunals in local bodies cases. And the court in one case interfered and in the other did not with the decision of the election tribunal, but in neither case was this a 199 matter arising straight before the court. It had gone through the process of an election dispute raised by a contesting candidate. How could these two cases be used as a basis then to proceed and say that election disputes are not disputes between the parties at all, and they are disputes raised by the constituency as such? And then their lordships say at page 138, paragraph 11, and your lordship will recall, I don't need to remind your lordship that this is this was not a 184(3) case. The lordship says that since election cases are a species of collective or public interest litigation, the proceedings therefore are inquisitorial in nature. Instead of adversarial, they take the view that these are inquisitorial in nature. My lord, except for those two Lahore High Court judgments, no judgment is cited from our jurisprudence to this effect under 199 on 185(3). And the Lahore High Court judgments, as I said, arose out of election disputes before election tribunals held in the matter of local bodies.